Over 3,000 volunteers are headed out to the Charles River for one of the largest Earth Day cleanups.
Emily Norton, Executive Director of the Charles River Watershed Association, joins us now live from the Esplanade. Emily, thank you so much for taking the time this morning. First, can you explain what will be happening today along the river? Good morning. How much trash do you expect your volunteers to collect?
We expect that they will collect over 57,000 pounds of trash all along the Charles River.
Can you explain the impact that cleanup is expected to have on the health of the river? I mean, gosh, that's a lot of waste if it didn't get picked up.
That's right. It's not all in the river. Some of it is along parks, but often ends up in the river. And trash in the river is not good for wildlife that gets entrapped in it, that might eat it. Much of the trash in the ocean all over the world starts in rivers. There, a lot of the trash that's made of plastic breaks down, but never completely into microplastics. Plastic has been found at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, at the top of our highest mountains. It's in our blood, it's in newborns. So the plastic problem is it's a crisis. And while this cleanup alone isn't going to solve that, it's a part of the problem. Sorry, it's a part of the solution.
It is pervasive, that's for sure. What are some of the most, we have to ask this, unusual items volunteers have found during past cleanups?
Sure, dollhouse, shopping carts, bikes, front fender. Yesterday we found one of those old cans that had the pull-off top. You know, now they're connected to the can, but back when I was a kid it would be able to be pulled off, so that was a very old can. Last year also we found a live muskrat trapped in a fence that we rescued, so you never know what you'll find.
Oh man, savior there. Okay, we mentioned that over 3,000 volunteers are expected. Online, the registration for the event is now closed, of course. But what are some of the ways people can help throughout the year?
People can pick up trash anytime. It doesn't have to be on Earth Day. Bring a bag with you. You sometimes see people doing that. There's something called plogging, where people pick up trash while they're jogging. But even more importantly, if people can reach out to their local officials, their state elected officials, to expand the bottle bill. The bottle bill has not been changed since the 1980s. 5 cents really isn't as much of an inspiration, and water bottles were not included back then. If we can be preventing this litter at the source, banning plastic bags, banning those miniature nip bottles, our legislators will listen to us if we reach out to them. So I encourage people to do that. We'd love to not have to do these cleanups.
That would certainly be nice. Tell us briefly before we let you go, why is the Charles River such an important resource to our area?
You know, when I was a kid growing up in Newton, the Charles River and the Boston Harbor reeked of sewage, literally raw sewage. And we have come such a long way since then. The cleanup of the Boston Harbor and the river cost $4.5 billion. But I think that it's worth it because it really transformed the quality of life in our entire greater Boston area. The work is not done. We still have sewage going into the Charles. We have stormwater runoff that can be very polluted, so that is an issue that we continue to work on. But we've really shown what a difference it makes, and being here along the Esplanade and seeing all the joggers and what a difference it makes for people. We know during the pandemic how important access to nature was. There's demonstrated science that access to nature and trees and rivers brings mental health benefits. So we know it's important to people. People have a very strong connection to the river, and so having this special day to show that reverence for our river is really meaningful.
It's a beautiful spot. Emily Norton, Executive Director of the Charles River Watershed Association, thank you so much for joining us on this Earth Day.